Hi there. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you for successfully finishing 2 sections of this course. I say this because I've seen a lot of people drop out after just watching a couple of lectures. Not you. You're awesome. You're a champion and you persist. Kudos to you. Stick on till the very end. We'll have so much fun and we'll have a lot of stuff to cover. We're going to go on it. In this section, we are going to go through the basic arithmetic calculations that you can perform inside Microsoft Excel, and we will start right here with this video. You can see that I have created a worksheet listing a bunch of names and then their gross pay, deductions, and then the net pay, annual pay, and weekly pay. I have also formatted the cells to display different colors just to make it look cool. So this is how I did it. I filled in the names first. Then I filled in the monthly gross pay manually, just whatever numbers that came to my mind. Then I used a formula to fill up the deduction 1 and deduction 2 based on each person's salary. So if you look here, deduction 1 is 6%, that is 0.06 times of the gross pay, and deduction 2 is 1.5%, that is 0.015 times the gross pay. I have uploaded this file in the resources section for your convenience, but I recommend that you just pause the video, open Microsoft Excel, type this whole thing out and format it yourself. That will make you even more involved in the work and will help you learn better. When you're done, be back. Okay, so now that you have created the file, let us start working on it. You can see that we have a bunch of blank columns in this worksheet. There is total deductions, net pay, annual pay, and weekly pay. Let's fill these up one by making use of simple math inside of Microsoft Excel. So, the first thing that we have to calculate here is the total deductions. It's fairly simple. All you have to do is enter the formula for it right here. Just click this cell over here and then type equal to sum of, and then drag this range of cells right here. Press enter and it will automatically fill that cell and the rest of the cells. If you don't want the remaining cells to be filled, just go over to this option right here and click the other option. So that's how you do that. Next up, we have to fill in the net pay of the employees. Now, you already know what net pay is. It's just gross pay minus total deductions. Therefore, you can type in equal to and then this cell minus this cell. Press enter and Excel will take care of the rest. Okay, so we have covered addition and subtraction. Now we're going to look at multiplication and division. The next column is for annual net pay. So obviously that is net pay times 12 because there are 12 months in a year. Now there are different ways to do this. The simplest way is to just use this little formula, type in equal to H5 times 12. But that's not always the preferred way. As a general rule, it is better not to use static values in a formula inside Microsoft Excel because you might want to change it later. So there's obviously a better way of doing it, and I'm going to show you that. Let's just create a new cell over here away from our table. Let's call it month number, and to the adjoining cell we will type in 12. Okay, so that's going to be the number of months from now on. Now we will go back and modify the formula that we used earlier. We will change it to equal to H5 and then click this cell and press enter. Now you can see that it filled up our first cell just fine. But in the remaining cells, it doesn't show anything but a hyphen. Why? That is because Excel will keep shifting the reference cells downward by default when it tries to fill up cells in the downward direction. So if you look at the formula bar here, you can see that the address for that cell in this formula is L5, and then it keeps on changing to L6, L7, and so on. That's not what we want. We want it to keep referencing the same cell for the entire time the formula is applied. In other words, we want what is known as absolute referencing inside Microsoft Excel. Absolute referencing. Now it's easy to fix. Click that first cell that we had applied the formula to, and then go over to the formula bar. Select the H5 and then press the function key F4 on your keyboard. That's F4. It's one key, it's not two keys, okay? F4. And dollar symbols appear before the H and the 5. So this is how you know that it is an absolute reference. You can also type in the dollar symbols manually, but pressing F4 is easier. It's just one button. Now press enter and you will see that all the cells have been filled up. Okay, so now we can go straight to the next column, which is the weekly pay. Fairly simple. You just insert the formula equal to and then select annual pay divided by 52 because there are 52 weeks in a year. You can also create a reference just like we did earlier. I'm not going to do that again because it will be repetitive. So I just multiplied it by 52. Divided it by 52. Okay, so we have covered multiplication and division as well. So in the nutshell, we have covered addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So that's it for this video. Try it out and be back for more. Thank you.